Gridman time! Hello and welcome to another figure review. Today we're going to have a look at the Figma number 460 DX. It's Akane Shinjo in the DX version. That's what the DX stands for. This is another Gridman figure. Well, the only one they have announced so far, except for Gridman and, Figma, Rika. We had those already in, and I got the DX version for Akane because the amount of accessories this figure has is just insane. She has an entire desk, a computer, like a minifigure, and I couldn't say no to that. So let's have a look if it was actually worth it. Boy oh boy, joy oh joy. Lots of things I like about this figure. So let's have a look at the size real quick. She stands at about 13 centimeters to the top of her head, which means we're going up to 5.2 inches tall. Overall look in detail of the figure, she does have the big forehead and the kind of angled eyes and a bit of a shy smile, which I dig. It really fits the character, it looks accurate. Then you have tons of detail in her lightish pink hair, which is painted. I think like almost everything with this figure is painted, and I say that because often you have like just white plastic or like blue plastic or whatever. In this case, there's actually a lot of paint on her outfit. You can tell by the detail in it. But is it just me, or are the arm parts of the white a little bit of a different shade? I don't know, it might be because of the lighting, might be because of the shadows over it. I just have a feeling right now that it's kind of off, just tiny bit. Anyway, you have the ribbon around the neck, and then you got the hoodie, which is weirdly connected in the back, but it is for a reason, because these things just kind of hang on to it. Now that is for the articulation, and as such, I respect it. It does look wonky. At first I looked at it and I was like, why did they do it like that? But now it makes sense after I looked at it and played around with the figure for a little bit. Then you have more detail in the front of the hoodie, the zipper kind of thing, and the buttons. Now the only issue we have with the paint are the light purple lines, which have some bleeding on her tummy over here, the torso part, and then they go a bit off the line on the sides. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's like really the small detail that you will only notice once you get in on the figure. If you're only looking at it from afar, it's not the worst thing in the world. So I'm not really that much offended by it. It is small slips. Of course it would be better if they weren't there at all, but anyway, it is there, so make note of that the paint, well, the paint on mine is not perfect, but again, quality control can change, and yours might look better than this one, or yours might look worse. I hope not, for your sake. Anyway, then you got the skirt, soft plastic, and it's pantsu time. It's not really pantsu, but she has her pantyhose on, which we actually have more pantsu on this figure. You have the double pantsu. You have this piece, and then you have another one. Spoilers. That's part of the accessories. Then we go down the legs, have like a dark blue, and then her shoes. And yeah, overall, good look. Articulation is also something you can be pleased with. The head moves forward nicely. It doesn't really go that much to the back because of the hair sculpt that is only natural. Side to side tilts and goes all the way around. And she does have a little bit of a giraffe neck, but that's because I really pulled it out, but you can tuck it back in and still get some good motion out of it. Because like the ball hinge and another ball pack in the back of the head, just really give it a good tuck and it moves out like that. You get the weird giraffe neck, but it really makes the head super nimble, but even without that, you're still getting some good poses. Now, for your shoulder articulation, let me move that to the side, and that's the feature. It is rubbery, it is soft plastic, so you can actually just completely move it, put it into the post, and then tuck it back in. But yeah, you have the double ball combination. You have one ball joint in the chest area, so you can rotate that around, bring it up and down, and then you have a ball hinge on the shoulder itself. If I can find the hinge right now. I rotated it too much around. There's the hinge. So you can move it around on the hinge, up and down. And also have a swivel on the shoulder itself, or the ball joints, just any way you want to, it will swivel. Then you have a ball hinge in the elbow, and a fist is on another ball hinge. Like I'm saying, it is a bit blocked by the part of her shirt, but if you really give it a push, it will bend. If you heat it up with a hair dryer, it will bend even more, because again, it is soft plastic. So you have some freedom with it and it still looks good, so I dig that. What I also dig is the articulation in the torso, because this is freaking genius. Do you see the wrinkles over here? How they go down to kind of complement the flaps on the top part? This is great. I love this. It looks natural from pretty much every angle, well, unless you really, well, even if you turn it all the way around, you have only like the tiny piece, which is like the light purple down there. It will still look natural, but you don't have the same thing, obviously, with the lower part over here, which is floaty. It does break up the sculpt, but it just helps for the articulation to keep the figure nimble and doesn't get into the way, because if you pull this a little bit up, you got some nice hip articulation as well, while mostly swivel a little bit back and forth. If you really try to, I'm trying to get this up because I had a little bit more, but I mean, it's mostly swivel with a little bit of wiggle motion. And then the pantsu part, you can pull it out. It's one of these things. Pull it out for some very nice articulation. Again, move the hips around. Legs move forward, legs move out to the side, legs move to the back. Have some rotation in there and a simple ball hinge in the knee and another ball hinge in the foot, forward, backward, and does tilt side to side. Also, I guess you can rotate the entire ball joint because there's nothing really blocking it on this figure, so that's pretty nice. Now, since this is the DX version, here's the real meat of the figure. I'm gonna start off with this extra torso piece where she's kind of sitting down, and it's pantsu time again. What is this? What is going on over there? What the frick? Anyway, this is the crossed legs accessory, and do you notice something? This is yet another figure where you can change body parts, where you can take the torso part. And the other thing that you notice during the articulation, this does not like to pop off easily. It's actually very nicely and very tightly on there. Good job, Good Smile. They finally fixed it. Like after what, like 3 figures where I had trouble with disconnecting torso pieces, this one is very, very tight and solid. Mwah, love it. Anyway, then we move on to the desk chair, I guess. I'm just going in whichever order I want. This is kind of rubbery, but not really supposed to be moved, I guess. Wouldn't break that off. It looks nice. It's very simple. You can rotate these things around. It is completely molded, everything. Nothing rolls or whatever. It's a very, very simple chair. But anyway, then you have a computer screen, which has nothing on there. That's why you have some stickers. You have 2 of them. And you can put that on there or not. You know, that's why they don't already mold it on there or whatever, paint it on there. You can put in whatever you want. So, yeah. Also, there's some detail in the back. That's very nice, but no cables. How does this monitor work? Holy crap. Moving over to the legs. You have a pair of extra legs where she A is barefoot and B does not wear the stockings. So you can switch all the stuff around. You can put the shoes on there. If you don't want to put shoes on there, just put the feet on this one. Just, it has a lot to play around with. And you know what? It's pantsu time for the 3rd time, because with these legs, you need a different pantsu. Right. So there you got that. Nice pantsu. Then you got this headpiece with the headphones on. Well, more like hairpiece. Looks pretty nice. And probably gonna use that. I mean, it does look, I think, better. I'm a fan of it. Anyway, I mean, it's a hairpiece. Then we got different faces. Got kind of like the smiley face and the not impressed face. And if you're wondering what the hell is going up over there, why she has this big hole, I mean, obviously the hair will cover it up, but it is for them glasses, which I can't really put in there right now because I'm fiddling around under the camera. But anyway, here's the glasses, which have like a crack in it. Very simple. And I like that they're holding on. I hate it when it's making like glasses where you have to slide it in the corner and it's always like a biatch to get in there. So then you have a handbag. Till all are gone. This is actually also nicely painted. You got the buckles and everything, like the silver on it. Looks pretty good. It's a bit rubbery on the handle, so you don't have any problem just wrapping her hands around it or over her shoulder. Then you got a wallet, I'm guessing, which is very, very, very small, but still has some detail on it. Paint job on it is impressively clean. Again, for something this tiny, it's very good. Then you got a pad, an iPad, or like well, just a pad. I don't. How do you call it again? A smart pad. No, that's not what it's called. Damn it. Smartphone. Here's a smartphone, which has a crack in it. Again, is very, very small. Has some detail on the side, the buttons. Focus camera, please. That's why I hate doing these things. It's like, it's so fiddly with my brick fingers, and it's so small that my camera is like, dude, how am I supposed to focus on this stuff? Then again, cracked window on it. Tablet. That's what this is called. Damn, slow ass brain. Then you got a tiny kaiju, Gojira. You know, it's they don't want to get sued, obviously, but that's probably what it's supposed to be. Tiny kaiju figure. Very cool. Then you got a cutter. Tiny cutter. Boy, oh boy. No, by the way, I know I'm going over this in random fashion. I think everything with the DX is like the chair and like the different, this crossed whatever. And a PC screen, because like all of this comes together with something else, which is not even on the screen right now. Open hands, holding hands, like kind of the, you know, Spock. The Spock hands, more holy hands. Well, these are more open. And then open hands for some more poses. And then you got an entire desk. Hell yeah. For your table. I mean, you got the table for your seat and your monitor, and you can put all the other stuff on there. Just Lord, get over there. And then you got the Figma base and the Figma back, and just give you another look at the table. It actually only has some stands over here. It's very simple, but it's a table. So where else do you get a table? With wrestling figures. This is not a wrestling figure. This is like a full-fledged diorama. Holy crap. So, yeah, this is gonna bring me to the final thoughts. This figure, I really did not expect too much from it, but I actually really like it. Now, the bad aside, like, you know, there was some tiny bleeding and a little bit of paint issues with not lining up correctly, but that's about it. I really like the design choices they took. I really like the articulation. I really like the overall look, and I love the tons of accessories you're getting with this figure. Let me actually get closer so you get a better look on it. This is a full-fledged diorama, and I dig the idea of Good Small, you know, that they're doing stuff like that where you can get more accessories. This is not forced upon you. You can get a cheaper version without all the stuff if you're not caring about all the stuff. Also, you have like this hand, which I kind of forgot to show you, which, I don't know, that's like extra, which is not part of the other hand, so I guess it's extra. I guess it's just slide a cutter in there or whatever, so. Anyway, yeah, final verdict on this figure, I like it. I really like it. And if you're really a big sucker for accessories, this is something I feel like Figma fans, Figma accessory fans, this is for you. Yes, I do recommend this one, but again, if you're not fancying the higher price of the DX version, I think the normal version is still completely fine because the figure is pretty cool. That's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever Akane Shinjo wants. Which, I don't know. Not really much. Also, you get triple Pansu.